Hello everyone, welcome to the closing ceremony of the 7th AOCCN. I am Ai Hui Tan from Malaysia and I am pleased to chair this closing ceremony together with a dear colleague from Malaysia, our organizing chairperson, Associate Professor Rabani Ramli.
Thank you, Professor Tan Ai Hui. The first and important agenda in the closing ceremony of the 7th AOCCN virtual meeting will be the announcements of the winner for the e-poster presentation. I would like to invite Dr. Koo Ching Sung and Dr. Tan Cheng Ying to announce our lucky winner.
Thank you so much. It is my great pleasure to announce the first runner-up of the best e-poster presentation. And the winner goes to Naohiko Iguchi from the Nara Medical University in Japan. The paper titled Multiple Novel Biomarkers for the Evaluation of Respiratory Function in ALS. Congratulations.
Now is the time that everybody is waiting for. I would like to announce the winner of the best e-poster presentation goes to Dr. Maya Tojima from Kyoto University Hospital, Japan, presented on the topic of evoked potential with the title of Origin of Giant Somatosensory Evoked Potential using Principal Component Analysis. P25 HFOs were exclusively seen in benign adult familial myoclonus epilepsy. Congratulations to Dr. Maya Tojima.
Next, for the announcement of oral presentation winners, we would like to invite Dr. Adrian Koch and Professor Jin.
All right, thanks, Ai Hui. Hello, everyone. I would like to announce the first runner-up for the best oral presentation category. The winner goes to Dr. Yi Xuan Zhang from the Peking University 3rd Hospital, China. Her oral presentation title is Corneal Subfacial Well-Light Nerve Plexus, a landmark for early and follow-up evaluation in transthyretin terminal amyloid polyneuropathy. A big congratulations to Dr. Zhang.
Excellent.
The winner for the best oral presentation of the 7th AOCCN is Taraka Dasanayake from the University of Peradeniya in Sri Lanka, and the paper is Auditory Event-Related Potential Changes over 6 months following acute organophosphate insecticide poisoning, a follow-up study. Congratulations, Dr. Dasanayake.
All right.
Congratulations.
Done.
Thank you, Professor Goh and Dr. Adrian Koch. The next agenda will be a closing remarks by the President of International Federation of Clinical Neurophysiology. I would like to invite Professor Dr. Walter Paulus to deliver his message.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting me to say a few words. You know, the IFCN has 4 chapters. You have just attended to the conference of the ASEAN Oceanian chapter. The IFCN developed a strategic plan. You can download that in the internet, and we made several surveys, and what came out is very clear. We have to invest in education most of all, but also in research. Now, this conference, as far as I could see it, you know, due to the time shift, I only saw the later lectures. It was an excellent contribution to both education and research. So congratulations to the organizers for organizing such a really brilliant conference, and all these people we see here, and what I understand in particular Professor Shari Saila and Professor Tan and Professor Kagigi, and I'm not sure who else deserve the most merit of it. But again, thank you very much on behalf of the IFCN. And I would just like to pick out one session, which I found very impressive. And this was a session yesterday evening provided by Professor Jonathan Cole and chaired by Professor Shari Zaila. You know, Jonathan Cole is the president of the European chapter, and I have to say, we are not only the most, in comparison, most societies here in Europe, but also the most diverse one. You cannot imagine the heterogeneity of education in clinical neurophysiology in Europe. So this may be an example how to merge all divergent aspects worldwide in the future. And Jonathan also summarized all our efforts in education, such as master classes, and we have other visions to open clinical neurophysiology knowledge for free in a kind of Scholapedia medium. Everybody can contribute, so we are always open for any suggestion and contribution from wherever it comes. Now, the next opportunity to acquire knowledge will be, in my understanding, the European chapter meeting, which has already been postponed from Marseille, June, to now the week of the 25th in Marseille this year. Hopefully we can travel, but probably only within Europe. So I will expect, of course, that this has also a virtual component which can be attended for free. The next international conference has already been shifted from Melbourne to Geneva, and I thank in particular Margita Seeg assisting us in organizing that. And again, also here the reason is a COVID problem, and nobody really knows how vaccination and other stuff will go ahead. So hopefully we will at least be able to have an on-site meeting for European participants, and then some virtual component also. Now the IFCN wants to increase the corporate identity. We think that 4 annual meetings, as in the past, international meetings, are a little bit too much apart. So the vision would be to have biannual meetings. So the next one, the next international meeting would be then in 2024. And so we think on the long term, we would like to have international meetings every 2 years and then chapter meetings in between, so that this can be merged. So just a reminder, if you want to apply for a symposium in Geneva, you can do that until March the 1st. So you have 1 more month's time to apply for a symposium there, either hopefully on-site or at least virtual. And of course, I want to first I want to thank Ricky Kagigi for doing a brilliant job in organizing the ASEAN chapter for many years now. And I want to congratulate Katsugawa to be the next president of the chapter. So hopefully we will see each other in person as soon as possible. So again, thank the chapter for doing really excellent work. Yes. And keeping clinical neurophysiology alive in the Asian Oceanian part of the world. So thank you very much again for everything.
Thank you very much, Professor Valser-Pallas, for your kind remarks. With great pleasure now, we would like to invite the President of the AO chapter of IFCN, Professor Ryusuke Kagigi, to deliver his closing remarks.
Okay, hello friends of Asian Oceanian chapter AOC. So I'm Ryusuke Kagigi, now the president of AOC. First of all, I'm very grateful for the excellent efforts and works by Malaysian Society of Neuroscience for holding the 7th AOCCN. Thank you very much indeed. Well, as you know, clinical neurophysiology is very important, not only in clinical medicine, but also as a basic research field. Therefore, I'm sure that all the clinicians and researchers who participated in this Congress really enjoyed many sessions and studied cutting-edge information of clinical neurophysiology in this Congress. Concerning AOC, since the first AOCCN was held in Beijing, China, back into 1996, the AOCCN has been held in Manila, Chiang Mai, Seoul, Bali, and Bangalore. The AO chapter has made sure and steady progress by increasing the number of member countries, and as well as individual members. So, last but not least, I really hope that the AOCCN will be held in Malaysia again in our usual face-to-face meeting, and I'm sure that I'd like to and look forward to participating.
Somebody else. It won't be me.
No, you're young. Okay. Anyhow, thank you very much indeed for everybody. Okay, finish.
Thank you. Next will be closing remarks by the President-elect of the ASEAN Oceana chapter of IFCN. I would like to invite Professor Yoshikazu Ugawa to deliver his message.
Yeah, so I'm Kazugawa from Japan, and I'm very grateful to say something here. And first, thank you all organizers of Malaysian Society of Clinical Neurophysiology, especially the Tina and Professor Tan, maybe do much effort. And for me, and actually I would like to say something, many attendants already registered and attended. However, Tina did not tell me how many, so I don't know how many. But I suppose very many registered and attended, and the contents of the Congress is very interesting for me. And so for me, most impressive thing that the ultrasound sessions and very great progress within, say, 5 years or so. So many things have been done. That is the impression. And so, and for me, this Congress is two names. It's like Tina and Nina. Always communicate with Tina and Nina in emails many times. And these two very helpful for me to organize and to attend all everything. So finally, I would like to say, you know that this is the actually Taipei 101 or something. Yeah, so I hope we will meet in Taipei in face-to-face meeting in 2024 or 2025. Thank you, and see you again in Taipei.
Thank you very much, Professor Ugawa. Next, we would like to invite a special person who has been instrumental in ensuring the success of AOCCN. From planning an excellent scientific program to making sure that delegates have a good experience in the virtual platform, her dedication in promoting neurophysiology education in this region is simply amazing. With much appreciation for her tireless efforts over the past 3 years, AOCCN is pleased and proud to invite the chair of the MSN Clinical Neurophysiology section, Professor Nortina Sharizaila.
Thank you so much, Ai Hui, for that incredibly generous introduction. But I must thank you for working as hard alongside me as my co-convener, and also for supporting the Clinical Neurophysiology section within the MSN in making this Congress a reality. Thank you also to both you and Rabbani and the organizing committee for the wonderful job that you guys have done. More so than ever, with this virtual platform, the educational and scientific content is crucial. And for this, I would like to first acknowledge and thank my co-chair, Professor Kian Jin Go, for joining me in developing the program. And I think I speak for both of us when I thank everyone in the program committee, both local and international faculty, for all your help. Specifically, we would like to acknowledge the phenomenal job done by the abstract committee, which was led by Dr. Cheng Yin Tan, who's there, and Dr. Adrian Koch. Thank you to both of you, and thank you to everyone who has helped with reviewing and also judging the oral and poster presentations. The highlight, I think, of the Congress was, of course, the speakers and their presentations. I think we can agree that we had a fabulous lineup of speakers, and we are deeply humbled that so many speakers were willing to support us at the 7th AOCCN. I mean, that kind of generosity of their time and their effort, particularly in these very difficult times, is, to me and to all of us, truly remarkable. And for this, we cannot thank you enough. And that, I think, made it so much easier for the MSN. And I think I speak here for the MSN, Aihui, that we felt that it was only right that all of that effort and enthusiasm from our faculty to share their knowledge be disseminated to the delegates for free. And in order to do that, we are so grateful to the IFCN, especially in particular to the AO chapter, for their financial support. And also we thank our industry partners who have continued to support us. I mean, we understand that, you know, these are difficult times that the industry partners in particular face, because the virtual platform does have a lot of limitations, but we truly appreciate your support, and we hope that you will see this partnership as an investment to future collaborations to promote the educational agenda. In this way, we hope that all parties will benefit. We certainly hope to meet and engage with our industry partners in the usual manner once the pandemic is over. And last but not least, I still have a little bit more actually, but I would like to thank our true behind the scene team, which is Didi and her team at the Medical Conference Partners. Thank you guys for also not bailing on us this time last year. It could not have been easy to suddenly change formats, and there was definitely a steep learning curve for all of us. And I believe this is the first time that MCP is organizing a virtual Congress at such a large scale, and they've done a fantastic job. So thank you so much to the MCP. And if Didi and MCP will allow me, I would like to specifically acknowledge 3 individuals who we have worked most closely with, which are Edward, Nina, and Pia. And I wonder whether they would be allowed to perhaps show their image and just say hello, by any chance? Like, you know, and hi. That's Edward, awesome. Show Nina, you're the one who keep like emailing everybody. Oh, Nina's not there. Oh no, so Nina's wonderful. Pia, no? Okay, also no. Okay, you've only got Edward. They've all gone home, they're all tired. But anyway, so what I wanted to say is that, you know, it cannot have been easy to work with a bunch of neurologists. We can be quite challenging and very demanding. Okay, I might be talking about myself there, but these 3 guys have been amazing at working at high levels of stress. And before I end my message, I would like to go back to what some of you might have heard what I said in my welcome message. This has been bittersweet for many of us. This time last year, we were all set to host a physical meeting in Kuala Lumpur, and we'd been so looking forward to meeting everyone in Kuala Lumpur. And I know the faculty especially were looking forward to coming to Malaysia and to visit us in Malaysia. And none of us could have anticipated this turn of events. With the pandemic, we had to make the very difficult but correct decision to initially postpone the meeting to these dates and subsequently to convert it to a complete virtual Congress. But like I said also in my welcome message, that there is that silver lining, and that we hope that by doing it virtually and also allowing it to be available for free, that we would be able to reach out to a wider audience and disseminate the knowledge in clinical neurophysiology and neurology to the masses. Well, I can now share with you what Katz was hoping I shared with him earlier, which is that as of yesterday, we had 4,217 registered delegates. And this is certainly a record number for the MSN, Ai Hui. Am I right? And I think certainly for the AO chapter, and I was also told that it's also a record for an international clinical neurophysiology meeting. Maybe not the MDS, the MDS will have like tons of people attending those. So I think we can take heart in that we have not only achieved our objectives here, but we've exceeded expectations. So I thank you to everyone who had joined us, and I hope you will continue to find the on-demand content that we have a useful resource. And with that, I would like to thank you again and hope that once the pandemic is over, that you will come and visit us in Malaysia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Notina. We are now come to our last agenda for the closing ceremony of the 7th AOCCN virtual meeting. I would like to invite our colleague from Taiwan, Professor Chow Ching Ling, to deliver a welcome message for the 8th AOCCN meeting.
It's muted.
So you are mute now. Oh.
Okay, so we have one slide.
Yes, I speak again. Dear Chairman, President, and guests, 7th AOCCN is a very successful event. It is our honor to host the next 8th AOCCN in Taipei, Taiwan. Let me introduce you several special points about Taiwan. Next slide, please. First of all, Taiwan is among a handful of nations in the world that COVID-19 is well controlled, and Taiwan is also well known for the nationwide insurance system. And next one. Most of the large conferences are held at Taipei International Conventional Center, which is a modernized conference center in the heart of Taipei. Next one. Many five-star hotels are within the walking distance, and the price is fair, even not in the COVID-19 period. Next one. Prioritized MRT connects the airport to the Taipei city, and the MRT system in Taipei is very convenient, and you can go everywhere within 30 minutes. Next one. And Taipei is a globalized city, and thanks to the high education rate in Taiwan, most people can speak English, and Taiwanese is well known for their hospitality. And there are many famous sites for tourism, both historical and modern. Next one. A city tour should be tried, and this is the famous 101 Tower. Next one. The National Palace Museum is famous for its rich collection of treasures from ancient China. Next one. High mountain and beach are also reachable in 1 to 2 hours of driving. Next one. And in the last, Taiwan is also famous for its versatile little foods or desserts. Next one. So in the last, we hope all the doctors and friends can come to 8th AOCCN hosted in Taipei, Taiwan, and we will not let you down. And hope we can see and discuss face-to-face at the time. Thanks again for giving us this opportunity. Thank you. It's the end.
Thank you very much, Professor Lin, for sharing with us about the 8th AOCCN. It certainly looks very exciting.
Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the closing ceremony. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the delegates for your participation in this Congress, especially in the live Q&A session. Your participation has certainly made this Congress even more impactful and meaningful. We hope that you will continue to enjoy this virtual Congress, as the pre-recorded lectures will be made available in the on-demand section till end of February. So continue to enjoy this conference, and we hope to see all of you again one day in a safer time in person. Terima kasih from Malaysia.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm going to go and sleep now for the next one week.
Yeah, bye-bye.